And a good Sunday afternoon to you, Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights, VELCO Weather Hazards Forecaster for this Outlook video. Big picture, we're seeing generally benign conditions currently across most of the country right now. Our issues with some showers and this shortwave trough, extended frontal boundary coming out of the western part of Canada, patches of thunderstorms in some parts of the plains and upper Midwest. And right now, nothing really major going on for us. We have this area of low pressure in the upper levels of the atmosphere that's providing some thunderstorm activity off to the north and east of our region across parts of Maine, associated with a colder pull aloft and causing extra instability. For us, we're looking at a pretty fine day. It's a very fine ridge, but it is enough to give us some decent weather, it looks like, right through probably Tuesday morning before our next weather system, a frontal boundary, will begin to push into the region. That'll happen along about Tuesday late in the day. It'll probably promote and trigger some shower and thunderstorm activity, and a generally wet period will shape up basically from Tuesday night through the day Wednesday into Wednesday night, and then it looks like we dry out a little bit, and still another thunderstorm threat not till the end of the week, it looks like on Friday, and then beyond that, just unsettled conditions. Looking at the incrementals, we have the European model on the left-hand side. We have the GFS ensemble, many runs of the GFS put together, and so resolution is not as good, of course, but we're going to match these up, and they are in pretty decent agreement. Just to note a little bit of something bogus that's taking place. This is associated with that pool of cold pool in the upper level system to the north and east over northern Maine, Quebec City, and indicating some precipitation that's not really going to happen. So this moves on out, not a worry. This is, of course, the remnants of Alex going out to sea. That is not a worry in the tropics. We have a weak area of higher pressure, and this is a warm front that's trying to get its act going. And this is valid now at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Monday. It does look like we're not going to see any precipitation threats, but it's a close call just to the north and west up toward Montreal and so forth and so on with a warm frontal genesis. That warm front moves off to the north. We get into a little bit better sunshine by the time we get into the early part of Tuesday, and then things begin to shift in, and this is that frontal boundary now associated with this area of low pressure, and we're going to start to see the sort of incrementals of shower and thunderstorm activity working in across northern and western areas. This is valid here at about 5 o'clock in the evening on Tuesday evening. This 8 o'clock in the evening, this would be 10 o'clock, and then we're talking overnight now at 2 a.m., and then it'll continue to shower with most of the thunderstorm threat looking to be basically in the evening hours Tuesday evening. And then a refire during the day on Wednesday indicated as another area of low pressure along kind of a train here, the kind of a frontal wave that's going to be working through. And you can see that area of low pressure crossing into the region for basically Wednesday into Wednesday night. Now, once it moves to the past, to the north and east of our region, during Thursday, we're still going to see some showers, but it looks like the thunderstorm threat is diminished at that point. And then we might have a little bit of business on Friday afternoon with this little short wave that's kind of diving into the region. Overall resolution is so-so. Looking at precipitation, we're looking at a dry period, of course, until we get into Tuesday night and into the day on Wednesday. This is Wednesday, and you can see a little bit of an uptick there. And then Thursday, we kind of get on the other side of that, but still sort of wet, and then kind of just noise in the signal here. Now, total accumulated precipitation with the GFS ensembles, what we're looking at here, it looks like this, and it's a fairly healthy period. We're looking at probably about 1 inch, so I would say moderately wet conditions for this outlook period, sort of below 1.5 and between about an inch or so. Looking at moisture levels, this is dew point temperatures, and we max out between 55 and 60. That's not really a big deal, but due to the cold air and probably some instability to the west shifting over the region, this may not have a whole lot of a factor here. Now, looking at precipitable water, we do match up with the highest amounts again. It looks like Tuesday night into Wednesday, and conditions will also overlap Cape here, and you can see that the strongest Cape is going to be during the day on Wednesday. And when you match up wind shear, over Cape on Wednesday. You can see 35 to 40 knots. So thunderstorms get organized. We get enough sunshine dependent in the morning hours. Looking at the possibility of seeing some strong to locally severe weather potentially Wednesday afternoon. A lot of dependence, again, on what kind of sunshine that we have and how clear it becomes. 7-day total accumulated precipitation by the Weather Prediction Center shows basically we're talking about 1 inch amounts here, so a little bit more off to the south of our region where the main storm track is going to be. Also another main storm track over here, so slightly less indicated with the Weather Prediction Center up in parts of northern Vermont. In terms of temperature, the climate reanalyzer shows you that we're basically running just a little bit below seasonal norms with the blue. We do have a little bit of warming coming in, and it's going to kind of neutralize things out. So this is how the 2-meter temperature MOS values, meteorological output statistics, and this is weighted over the next 5 days of high temperatures only, and we'll be running around 3 degrees, almost neutral. And about 3 days later, we do warm it up just barely, though, only to neutral levels. And again, a little bit cooler across parts of the Ohio Valley and up into the Great Lakes. And last but not least, the tropics showing up with Tropical Storm Alex is going out to sea. No issues except for shipping lanes between Europe and North America. That's it from here. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights. Thanks for watching.